Hi. In this chapter, I will share with you something that you will not like. Uh, I'm pretty sure because it requires a lot of discipline from you. In this chapter, I will also share with you something that's extremely valuable. I will share with you how you can target exactly those managers that already love what you have to offer. And in order to be able to do this, and to do this better and better and better over time, you will need to have a lot of discipline. Let's do the one thing that we all dream about, that we want to do in our spare time more than anything else. Let's talk about Excel sheets. Let me share my screen with you. So here we are. So this is your target book. You find it in the download section, also of this chapter, but also in the first one. And the target book is unbelievably important because it helps you to keep track of the companies and the managers that you approached, but it also is an analytical tool. It helps you to figure out where and who are the people that love what you have to offer. Most people, especially if you are German, we like to focus on the things that go wrong. No? We like to analyze our mistakes. But that's absolutely useless. Because if you analyze your mistakes, the only thing that you learn is what you should not do. The target book is magical because the target book helps you to find out what worked best. And it helps you to figure out what you should do more because that's the thing that worked best. And that's how you will step by step learn who is your perfect target manager. And once you understand this, you can reach out exclusively to people like them. Let me give you an example. I don't know how to. So I need to share a different screen with you. Haven't figured out yet how to switch from one application to the different one. So let me show you how exactly we can do this. So here we are. Hilfe. So let's say the job you found is the job as IT operations engineer at Internations in Munich. And you, the first thing you will do, of course, is you add the job to your target book. I do this here, you can't see this. And then what you will do is you find the manager behind this job offer. Let's say in this case, you identified this Patricia. So you will add her name and her Xing profile link to the target book. And then you reach out to Patricia. By the way, Internations, great employer. If you want to check out on my blog the podcast interview that I did with the CEO of Internations, with Malte Zeg, for my hobby, the Living Unconventionally podcast, which is a podcast for those who ditched their 9-to-5 job in order to chase their passions around the world. We celebrated the 200th episode with an interview with Malte Zeg about the five most welcoming places in the world and the 3 worst one. Unfortunately, among the 3 worst places for newcomers is Germany, my home country. But it's a great episode with Malte Zeg. If you want, check it out on iTunes or Stitcher. The Living Unconventionally podcast, I'm the host there as well. It's a hobby product of mine. Und let me beend die Freigabe. So you found the contact person, you found the job offer, and you reached out to them. Let me share the other screen with you. Again, Anwendungsfenster, here we go. Schwupps. So, here we are. So you do this with every single job, and you mark every single job that you reached out to with a little one. See, over the weeks, it will get full and full and full. And over time, you will have 25 jobs, managers that you reached out to in this 5 weeks course. If you stay disciplined, you will reach out to 5 managers every week, 25 in total, and a number of them will answer you. In the beginning, it might be a little bit less. In the end, when you figured out how to do this properly, it will be more. And you will mark them, everyone who accepted your contact request, in the second line. So in the third line, you will mark those with whom you actually had a phone conversation. And you might have to reach out to people several times in order to get the phone conversations. So how is this useful for you? You reach out to 25 people. A number of them will accept your call. A number of them will never reply. Some of them you will get on the phone. And this allows you to find out who are the best people, the people who love what you do. For example, look here in the right corner. You see an automatically calculation of the results. If you don't mess with this formula, then it will automatically calculate it. So you reached out to 25 managers. 10 of them accepted your call. It's a 40% success rate. And 6 of this 24 you got on the phone. It's a 24% success rate. And if you want to find those managers that love what you have to offer, and it's very simple. You look at the 6 managers with whom you had a phone conversation, and you ask yourself, what did these 6 managers have in common? How were their companies similar? How were their the jobs similar? There I am again. What did they all have in common? How was the situation similar? How was my approach similar? How were the managers similar? And then you try to find more people like them. And you can only do this once you reached out to a good number of companies and a good number of managers, because only then you have the database to actually be able to analyze this. That's the first thing you do. Keep good record of what you are doing. Keep the target book tight. Then look at the best results that you had. You can ignore the bad results, because from the bad results, you don't learn anything. You learn the best and the fastest from the good results that you got. Ask yourself what these people have in common, how the situation was similar, how your approach was similar. Find more like them. First advice. Second advice, if you have a good phone conversation with these people and you build up a good relationship, and maybe it turns out that you are not right for this specific company, if you establish a good rapport in this first phone call, then it's completely okay to ask them, hey, I understand now better what you have to offer. You understand what I can offer to you. Whom do you know who would benefit the most from someone with my skills? And notice the phrase that I use, the most. It helps people to focus their mind. It helps them to better understand, this person and not that person. Also, if you have a good relationship with them, you're connected with them on Xing. Usually when you're connected with someone on Xing, you are able to see their contact list. So you can go through their contact list and find people who are similar to them, who worked in the same position in a different company, and you can have a look. You can also go, as I showed you in the last chapter, with the best connections you have. Where did they work in the past? And you can ask them, hey, I see you worked for this and this company. Can you recommend this company? Who there would benefit the most from what I have to offer? Could you make an introduction for me? One of the most encouraging results that I had was with a former coaching client of mine, James Ritchie. He's Australian. And in the time that we worked together in the Experts Job Offer Guarantee, I introduced him to 40 different managers. And just recently, he came over to Germany to meet people in person. And on the day that he arrived, he already had 40 meetings set up with different managers. I introduced him to 40 managers, and he had 40 meetings set up, in-person meetings. But these 40 were not identical, because from the 40 managers that I introduced him to, a good number, I don't remember, 25 or 30 actually had a phone conversation with him. And those who had a phone conversation with him, they referred him again to other people who then agreed to talk to him and agreed to meet with him in person once he was here in Germany. So the people that are your best results, they can lead to more people with even better results. And that's how you optimize. But you don't optimize in one go. You don't do this for 1 week and you know already everything. You have to analyze your best results over and over, learn from your best behaviors, implement them more, learn from the best responses, find more people like, and step by step by step by step, your results will improve. Excuse me. This course that you're doing here is just the start. Keep at it during the course and after the course is over, and I guarantee you, you will find great results. And the good news is, once you are established here with your first job in Germany, everything afterwards will be so much easier. By then, you have a very big network of valuable connections here in Germany, and you will hear about job opportunities long before they're advertised anywhere. Little homework for you that you can also use to improve your results. From now on, to every party where you go, every business meeting where you go, every time you meet your friends, I want you to ask each person that you meet, hey, tell me about what you do. Tell me what is the biggest challenge you try to solve and why is it so important? And don't talk about yourself so much. Ask them about their biggest challenge in their business right now and why it is so important. And you will learn about lots of job opportunities for you. Great. I have a little fear. I will be very honest with you. I have a little fear that you will have watched this video and think like, ah, what is he talking about? That doesn't matter, you know. I want to get results quickly. Don't underestimate what I tell you here. I do this for many, many years. I do this since 2013. And I know that you are successful and that you get jobs if you implement this program. I don't say it's the only way, but I know that this way works. But there are no shortcuts. There are there are no shortcuts. There's no way around to make the effort to actually analyze your results all the time. Because only if you analyze your results and you learn from the feedback that you get, only then you get better and better. And in the end, you save a lot of time. Great. So your homework for this chapter, go out, find 5 friends, relatives, spouses, people you meet in a bar, ask them, hey, in your job, what is your biggest problem right now? Why it is so important? And then ask a lot of details, and you will learn more about how you can be of benefit to an employer than from this course you will ever learn. And I say this on purpose, because there's nothing that beats actually doing stuff and analyzing the results. And then when you find people where you have a good connection, where you have the feeling, okay, there could really be a job for me, ask them about other people with similar problems, and you will get lots of references. Great. So get started with this, because only doing gets you results. Bye bye.